We got a real bro meal here. We got white rice and what is this? Oven roasted turkey? Is that what it is?
It's like some pulled chicken, I think.
Yeah, I know it's turkey.
Yeah.
It's definitely turkey, but I think it's like oven roasted or like slow roasted turkey. Really excited because I hired a coach to do my own programming. Paul Carter. We're gonna put his Instagram in the description. I've followed him for years. Followed him since I was a teenager. Really amazing guy, and I'm super excited because he's putting me through a type of training which I haven't really spent much time doing at all. It's just straight up bodybuilding training. Just trying to put on mass, put on size. I grew up doing powerlifting, strength, and this is the complete, I wouldn't say it's the complete opposite because there's a lot of similarities, but powerlifting is for strength, bodybuilding is to get bigger. And I'm gonna try and get bigger right now, so I'm super excited about it. So we started this whole thing with the 90-day fat loss challenge, which went really well. Like I went from 148-ish to like 138-ish. Got back in the habit of all this stuff. Got back in the habit of training, got back in the habit of eating well. I lost enough weight to the point where I was like, I don't want to lose anymore. And then I just sort of did recomp or like just slow maintenance. I mean, we could put comparison pictures of today versus the first day if we want, because it's gonna be a huge difference. And then I was like, I really want to get bigger. I'm not an expert in getting bigger. We literally just made a video on how to get stronger without getting bigger because that's what I've always done my whole life. So I was like, I need to hire an expert, and I've been just watching Paul's stuff for a long time, and his Instagram is really cool because he puts out really good videos with cool ideas for exercises and really cool instructions on how to actually do the exercise. And that's something I really appreciate because that's something always I try to do with exercise tutorials is give really in-depth descriptions. And he does a very good job with it. I think it takes a great coach to do that. So I reached out to him, I asked if he'd be willing to coach me, and he took me on. Today was the workout one. We'll put some clips of the workout in there so you can see. It was super quick. It was 2 sets of every exercise. And Paul was like, listen, this is just, this is the first week to get an idea of where you're at. And I like that a lot because I want to go all in. I want to go 7 days a week, whatever, like all the things my clients would say. And he's like, yo, 4 days a week is plenty. Just 2 sets for every exercise, just to get a feel for where your weight is at, and we'll go from there. So I'm excited to document this process with Rico because this is the very beginning of a brand new process I've never done before. And the genetics of my family is not good, right? Like everyone in my family is overweight, like seriously overweight. And so for me, being athletic and being strong was one thing, and it sort of showed that genetics aren't everything. It'll be cool to take things to the complete other end of the spectrum. Like it's one thing to lift a lot of weight. It's another thing like to really like sculpt your physique. Something I've never really cared that much about. And if I'm honest, probably never cared that much about because like I was never really good at it. I was always really good with strength stuff. I was always really good with athletics. I never really spent much time doing physique stuff because I was never really good at it. So now it's like, I want to see how good I can get, and it'll be cool to document it. How like up top, can't see out.
Yeah, it's eerie.
This is a selfie video for the sales page of the seminar in Maine. The guy wants me to film a selfie video for the VIP dinner.
Dope.
What's going on? I hope you're doing well. This is a very quick little selfie video. Actually, I got Rico right here filming.
What's up?
We thought it'd just be nicer to do a one-to-one selfie video. I'm in a good headspace. I'm in a good headspace. All right, so I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Actually, super excited. My girlfriend got me tickets to the Harry Potter on Broadway. So I'm gonna see that with her in like an hour. Gonna head out. Feel really good about this training cycle. Excited to just document this with you. So I'll see you tomorrow morning with my last day coaching Gary for the next 3 months, which is pretty crazy. Okay, it is the next day. Just got out of the gym. We're gonna show you some clips of it. My quads are wrecked. I fucking hate this machine.
You're done with it.
Done. Oh God, that is the worst machine ever. And on paper, super low volume workout. Again, getting coached by Paul Carter. He was like, listen, this is the break-in week. There's no reason to go crazy. So it's 2 sets leg extensions, 1 set of hack squats. Feel good. Yeah. 2 sets of sissy squats. Sucks dick.
How you feeling? Are quads on fire?
Yeah. And then 2 sets of Bulgarian split squats. And it doesn't sound like that much. You'll notice in the workout, really emphasized eccentrics, like very, very, very slow, especially on the hack squat. That was 5-second eccentric. And I did 2 sets just because I wanted to get the feeling of it better. Sorry, no professional cameras. They didn't like that there was a professional camera, so. But anyway, super emphasized eccentrics. I'm walking like a penguin right now.
What's the plan today?
The Inner Circle June edition is coming out within the next 48 hours. And I am finishing up the squat supremacy program. We have a 12-week squat program specifically for the Inner Circle that you get stronger with your squat and bench, but also mainly focusing on the squat. So finalizing that right now.
Retreat's coming up soon.
Retreat's in a month and a week, month and like 4 days. So busy day. Then we have Friday night dinners every Friday night. Rico, Mike, his girlfriend, my girlfriend, we all have dinner. So we're gonna do that tonight, and that's the deal. Well, I feel a little cold coming on because my girlfriend's sick, so she got me sick. So I'm gonna take some vitamin C, if I can open it.
Use the scissors.
I hate this stuff.
Oh yeah. What are you cooking up?
A pound of beef. I'm in a very carnivorous mood lately.
Talk about your nutrition. So you have your training program set up, right?
Got my training set up.
Nutrition, that's not set up, but you're doing it yourself.
Nutrition for me, I'm just at a point in my life where like I'm very comfortable with understanding what I need and when I need it, and like it's intuitive. Actually, that's a good point. It's intuitive now. But in order for it to become intuitive, it's taken a long time. A lot of people talk about intuitive eating, and it's like, in order to get to a point in which you're a good intuitive eater, you have to spend years tracking calories and your macros and understanding what your body feels best with. Like, you don't just become an intuitive eater from zero knowledge. In order to do something intuitively, you have to have knowledge first.
So what are you trying to do weight wise? Like, what's your weight at? Are you trying to bulk up to a certain weight?
No, so right now I'm gonna go back into a mini cut. Paul was like, we want you to, he's like, listen, you're already pretty lean. Coming off the 90-day challenge that I did, I'm already relatively lean, but he was like, if you get a little bit leaner, then your body's gonna be better prepared for more nutrient partitioning. Basically, the less body fat you have, the better your body is at taking the nutrients and putting them towards muscle growth rather than storing the extra nutrients as fat. So your body is better at it when you're leaner versus when you have more body fat. So get a little bit leaner, and then we're gonna slow bulk. And I think a good word for intuitively is strategically. I think that's probably a better way to put it. I know tonight we have Friday night dinner. We're gonna eat a lot. So earlier on, I'm gonna eat fewer calories. Like, I'm probably only gonna have about, I don't know, maybe 800 calories in total before dinner tonight. And that leaves me at least 1,000 calories, 1,200 calories for dinner, which is perfect, because like, that'll probably be what I have at dinner. That's more strategic. I think that's what a lot of people leave out of intuitive. It's like, it's strategic based on how you've learned. So yeah. That's pretty much it.
What kind of bread is that?
21 whole grains organic bread. My girlfriend wanted this and she hasn't had a single one. One slice of these is 120 calories, 5 grams protein, 22 carbs, 5 grams fiber, and 2 grams fat. So this is 240 calories right here.
That's a good meal.
Making some espresso. Actually pretty excited. So I actually just got this brand new coffee machine. It's so funny, my expectations have been low for everything lately. What was the other expectations that we had low expectations for?
The internet?
The internet and the new apartment. because I told Rico we had new internet, we had internet in the building, and he was like, it's gonna suck. I was like, that's a weird way to look at it. He was like, no buildings with a lot of people in it have really good internet. So I came in expecting to be super slow, and Rico's like, this is the best! It uploads so fast. So then I was getting this coffee machine because we got in a new apartment and wanted to have a coffee machine, so I wasn't buying coffee every day. And it's amazing. It's like super, super good. It makes cappuccinos, makes lattes, makes espresso shots. And the espresso especially, I thought it was gonna be really shitty because like, why would a machine like this make really good espresso shots? But like, it actually makes very good espresso shots. So if you want, I'll put the link, I'll put my Amazon affiliate link to this in the description. I've been using it for a week now, and it's been absolutely incredible. So I like it a lot. It's gonna explode at the end.
Get out of there.
All right, we just got to Mike's place. What's up, Mike? Want to say hi to the vlog?
What's up, Jordan? What's up, Rico? What's up, vlog?
We're about to do a live, so we're doing a live call for the mentorship. What's this gonna be, an hour?
Yeah.
Hour live call with mentorship. This is basically just for coaches who, they wanna be better coaches. There's a lot of like mastermind groups that are always like, oh, we're gonna teach you how to make more money really quickly. You can run sales funnels and done. All that stuff is fine, but most coaches, their businesses would improve if they just learned how to be better coaches. That's what this is about. So we're gonna get into it.
All right, ready?
Ready.
3, 2. Is this straight?
What's going on?
All right, let's go.
How are you? What's going on? If you're watching the recording, hopefully you've got a good Q&A in store for you. Hope everyone's doing well.
Nicole,
how
go.
are you? Good to see you.
First,
Coming
we're
in.
announcing the next challenge.
We are. We're announcing the next challenge. We've got
Let's do it
Simon.
at the end.
Stephanie, how are you? Good to see you.
What up, Simon?
So we
Hello,
spoke to both Kim and Toro. So, and they put their posts up in the group, which was great. We had really good calls with them.
Ready?
Are you ready?
Yes? What?
I didn't know you were filming. All right, so Paul Carter's doing my programming. Probably said that like 4 times in this vlog.
Yep.
This is what he calls the break-in week, which is very low volume. Between 5 to 6 exercises each workout and 2 sets per one. Like, so it's like, it's really, really, really low volume and almost to the point where it's like, that's it. One of the cool things about it is the amount of intensity, mental intensity that I'm giving every set is way more focused than if I had 3 or 4 or 5 sets of 4 or 5, 6 different exercises, which is actually, it's a really interesting change. I've never done anything like this. He already sent me my next training phase, which is for the following week. And there's actually a lot of stuff where we'll walk. There's a lot of stuff that's just a single set. I haven't really dove into it yet, but I'm having fun with it. And that's like, I'm having fun. I'm feeling good, I'm motivated, so yeah. I was just talking to my buddy Paul, and he said something really interesting, and basically we were talking about training and nutrition and the post that I made on Instagram yesterday, sort of about like, what, only 6 pounds in 8 weeks type thing. And Paul said, you know, something that I think is really overlooked is anything that's worth doing is worth doing poorly. And it's not usually the phrase that you hear to go along with it. Usually you say anything worth doing is worth doing very well. Anything worth doing is worth giving a lot of effort. You don't really hear people say anything worth doing is worth doing poorly. And when you really think about it, basically what Paul was trying to say when he said this was that if you're doing something that's worth it, even if you're not doing it very well, even if you're not making as much progress as you'd like, even if you're slipping up along the way, at least you're doing it. At least you're making some progress. At least you're moving forward. You're inching the needle forward. And that's better than nothing at all. And anything worth doing is worth a little bit of progress. It's worth a little bit. A lot of it would obviously be great, but no matter how little, it's worth it. And this is sort of that mindset shift, that perspective, the optimistic versus pessimistic that we talk about. This is where you have to, like, you can either look at it as like, oh, I've only made this much, or you could be like, hey, this much is worth it, and I'm gonna keep going. So just wanna leave you with that before tomorrow's edition drops. Love you very much. I'll talk to you soon.